The Lakers' journey in the 2023 playoffs have been nothing short of thrilling, capturing the attention of basketball enthusiasts worldwide. Led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the team has displayed a potent combination of experience, skill, and tenacity on their path to playoff dominance. However, it is not only the star power of their core players that has propelled them forward. It is also the bold moves made by the Lakers front office to bolster their roster and enhance their chance of success. The Lakers front office, known for its proactive approach to team building, recognized the need for additional versatility and depth to complement their superstars. In pursuit of this goal, they orchestrated a series of trades that sent shockwaves throughout the league and solidified the Lakers' championship acquisitions. These acquisitions have not only strengthened their roster but also created an environment made to maximize the talents of their key players. As you may know, they started the season 2-10, which is one of the worst records in history on a team that made the playoffs over 500 later in the season, and they did it despite LeBron and AD being in the same lineup for only 35 games. LeBron missed 27 games, including a 4-week stretch from late February to late March because of right foot soreness, while AD was out for 26 games, mostly because of a right foot stress injury. Now you may ask, then how did they do it? When the Lakers changed their roster in trade deadline, they acquired guards D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley, with Jared Vanderbilt and Mo Bamba too. They traded Russell Westbrook and Pat Bev along with it, and results started to come in fast. The Lakers' 17-9 record since the February 9 trade deadline is the second best mark in the Western Conference. The late regular season success has translated to the playoffs as the Lakers beat Memphis and Golden State both in 6 games and are currently going against the number 1 seed Denver Nuggets in the conference finals. Now, what is the argument related to this? Well, seeing these past 2 series play out and the first 2 games in the Denver series play out, I noticed how incredible is the Lakers' depth and how non-all-stars like Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, D'Lo, and Lonnie Walker have been performing at an elite level. There have been games in these playoffs that have been decided by these players mentioned and not AD or LeBron. This made me think that this is probably the best overall team that LeBron has been a part of, and I could argue that it's better than the 2013 Miami Heat, which is widely considered as the best team LeBron has been a part of, with the big 3 in LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Let's go through team stats first. 2013 Miami Heat had an offensive rating of 110.2 and a defensive rating of 102.9 during the 2013 playoff run, where they played 23 games in total all the way to the championship. 2023 Lakers have played a total of 14 games so far, but have a 113.3 offensive rating, which is 3.3 points higher than the Heat. Although it's through 14 games, the Lakers having a higher offensive rating is impressive because the 2013 Heat had a big 3 plus Ray Allen, while the Lakers have only 2 All-Stars in LeBron and AD, surrounded by role players who have been exceeded their expectations. Their defensive rating, on the other hand, isn't impressive, where they have a 109.6 in defensive rating, which is much higher than the Heat's 102.9. Comparing the offensive and defensive rating is important to understand how effective these 2 teams have been on both sides of the court. Of course, there are 2 factors that can be affecting these outcomes, which is obviously the opponent they are going against and the amount of games played during the playoffs, where the Lakers are only in the Western Conference Finals, not yet reaching the amount of games the Heat played in their 2013 run. Now going to the roster itself, the Miami Heat had a very aging roster, with an average age of 30.3 being the 6th oldest team to win a championship, while the Lakers have an average age of 26.3, where they have a 38-year-old LeBron, by the way. With clear veteran experience, you expect the Heat to have stronger role players than the current young core of the Lakers, but that's where you're mistaken. If we go through points per game, the top 3 role players, apart from all the stars in the team, the Lakers are superior. In the 2013 playoffs, Ray Allen only averaged 10.2 points per game, followed by Mario Chalmers with 9.4 and Chris Anderson with 6.4. These 3 were considered crucial in their run, especially Allen when he made one of the biggest important shots in his career in the finals, with a famous bang from Mike Breen. Going to the Lakers now, the top 3 besides AD and LeBron are all above the 10 point per game margin, with Austin Reeves averaging 16.4, D'Angelo Russell 14.7, and Rui Hachimura with 12.3. And this is not including Dennis Schroeder, Lonnie Walker, and Jared Vanderbilt, who have been key pieces in this Lakers run to the conference finals as well. Reeves and Hachimura have also been shooting the ball very well from the 3-point line, and are shooting better than the likes of Ray Allen and Mike Miller in their respective playoff runs. Besides looking at the points per game, you can also see the recent performances these role players have had. While Anthony Davis has been inconsistent throughout the playoffs, Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker, and Dennis Schroeder have had their couple of shares in many games throughout these past few weeks. Rui Hachimura has started the playoffs with a 29-point game, 78% from field goal, with 5 threes on a win against Memphis, and in Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals he had a similar performance where he finished with 21 points, shooting an impressive 80% field goal. Austin Reeves, who is definitely getting paid this summer, had already 6 20-plus point games throughout the playoffs and is on a 3-game streak, including 2 conference final games where he is scoring 20-plus points with 5-plus assists, averaging 50% from field goal and 3-point percentage. Although he has been a bit inconsistent with his minutes, Lonnie Walker had an all-time performance in Game 4 of the conference semis, where it looked like the Warriors were going to win until Lonnie Walker showed up in the 4th quarter and scored an efficient 15 points in the quarter, leaving Golden State without an answer and later eliminating them in 6 games. Schroeder's performances haven't been on the offensive end necessarily, as he is only averaging 7.1 points per game, but he has been a crucial part in the build-up plays, averaging 3 assists a game while also averaging a steal a game. Miami Heat's depth didn't show up as much as the Lakers' depth has done during these playoffs. The 2013 Heat depended a lot on the stars of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, while the Lakers depend on the stars but also on how their role players affect the game as well. Besides the Ray Allen shot in the finals, you could say that LeBron, Wade, and Bosh did the rest of the work, while the Lakers have won games solely on Reeves, Hachimura, and D'Lo. Overall, not comparing by quality of player, I truly think this is the best overall team in terms of depth and productivity LeBron has been a part of. Game 2 in Denver was a perfect example of a team trying their best, without LeBron's help, to win the game. Hachimura and Reeves took over and wanted that win, but Denver's star power was a lot to look out for this team, as they look to erase that 2-0 deficit in their next 2 games in LA. No matter how this season ends for the Lakers, they did a great job in their trade deadline acquisitions, as they made a championship contending team with just a couple of players added into the mix. Out of all the rosters LeBron has been a part of, championship or not, this team is by far one of the most all-around complete in terms of shooting, defending, and team chemistry. The 2013 Miami Heat were a formidable and a historic team, but the 2023 Los Angeles Lakers surpassed them in team quality due to their more well-rounded roster, stronger supporting cast, defensive prowess, tougher competition, and the leadership of a 38-year-old LeBron James.